controversial coaches this particular World Cup, and I don't think many of them are staying. What are you doing?
Knife and preparing the knife, right, for the coaches.
He's going to face the X, yeah?
Okay, we have our Team B and our Team E, so what are your thoughts?
Dunga has just been sacked by Brazil, which was, it is the right decision.
Really?
You think so?
You
I
think
think
so?
so.
I don't think so, in my opinion.
Okay.
He has actually produced a lot of positive results for Brazil, whereas the previous regime of Carlos Alberto Pereira, not so good.
Okay.
But your reason?
I think, there were a lot of things that, I don't know whether we can cover this, but there were a lot of
Make it
things
short
in the build-up to this. Obviously, he decided on a style that is totally
un-Brazil-like.
a contrast from the last one, yes, un-Brazil-like in a way, but close to what they did in 1994. But I think the way he went about it, he shut the media up. Training sessions were blocked off from the public and all that. I think that is what really got them off. The other thing is also, I think he couldn't react in that 45-minute space, couldn't get them to focus on the job. Even at 1-1, they could have, but I think he couldn't. Next one is Maradona, right? And that's an interesting thing because Jurgen Klinsmann didn't have any prior proper coaching experience before he led Germany in the last World Cup. This one's a case of we all wanted to see how he would react after they went a goal down, and I think we got the answer. Who else is there? Capello, staying. I think that for me, I feel that yes, he should stay, but well, there weren't many choices and all that if you weigh the compensation package. But I think if you're going to get rid of John Terry and Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard and all that, then yes, Capello should stay, I guess, because he's probably learned a lesson about how to handle all these egos.
That's it. I disagree. I mean,
you think Capello should go?
No, Capello's another thing. I don't think he should go, but I think he should take a lot more of the blame than he is taking. But I don't think he should go. Dunga, I mean, comparisons with 94 are a bit unfair because I think, except for that 0-0 game that they played out, with Portugal, which he was livid about. He was on the touchline fuming at his players for not giving their all. So I think he's been more pragmatic. It's not been completely flair game, but all the other games they played with a nice style. You know what I mean? So I think we are being a bit too hard on him. Capello's big flaw, I mean, you can't fault the tremendous way he got them there, but his big flaw is, it seems, he took a lot of crocs to the World Cup. I mean, maybe I'm sorry because he didn't think Theo Walcott, but Messi's come out and said that, what are you doing? And I mean, you're telling me Walcott wouldn't have made a difference? I'm sure he would have. He's an impact player. May not start the game. And the players he played time and time again who were not producing.
Yes.
Specs of a typical English club.
Yeah.
Correct.
Give them their chance, they'll do something. Now they'll do it the next game. And they didn't, and he didn't change anything.
Yeah,
So
I feel Scott Parker should have done better than Gareth Barry.
Debatable.
But he shouldn't have stuck with Gareth Barry, and he certainly shouldn't have played Lampard in the middle.
He could have actually.
But what about
picked up
Maradona?
Dribble.
What do you all think?
I think Dunga's fault and Maradona's fault in the quarter-final matches was this. When the teams went 1-0 down, I think what they needed to project from the bench, especially from the coach, was a cooler head. Right?
Yeah.
And none of them did that. They were ranting and raving, and that ultimately passed on to the players. And so they couldn't play as a unit anymore. They couldn't function as a unit. Brazil totally lost it. Emotionally, they lost it. Argentina, they just had no spark. They couldn't because
Maradona wasn't bringing it on to them either.
Yeah. If there's one thing we learn from this World Cup, whether it's a flair, team, robotic, whatever you want to call it. You find that whether you're flair robotic, the thing that comes through is that the team wins.
He was probably thinking about, during the second half, Maradona, thinking about what he's going to say in the press conference. Thinking about the Muhammad Ali quote.
I don't know, because at 2-0 down,
They could have fought back.
Argentina looked like they could do it.
Yeah.
3-0, suddenly they collapsed. After 3-0, I admit they were headless chickens. So I think we are being a bit... I can't stand Maradona, okay, for the record. I mean, I think he was abysmal.
I think he's funny though.
Well, if you're going to hire a coach on funny, I think I should qualify for the Singapore job, but that's not what happens. But, he almost barely got them there, but I think at the World Cup he did well.
What do you think of the French
It's
team
just
though?
that let's not get started.
No, French team.
Maradona, let's finish with Maradona.
Maradona first, yeah.
I actually think he's done a good job. I think they'd be wrong to sack him. I still don't like him, but I think they'll be wrong to sack him without giving him another chance.
Yeah, I think it's because the players actually have complete faith in Maradona as due to what he has done or achieved when he was a player.
I just want to bring this point. Now, notice something. It's the big teams that are failing. It's the teams with the players with the big egos that somehow the coaches can't seem to control. Look at the small teams, the North Koreas, the New Zealands. The players with no egos, they seem to be doing well. And I think there's something worth looking at there, because these players seem to be listening to their coaches, whereas the big teams, it seems the coaches almost seem to think, I'll try my best to control them, but when the going gets tough, somehow they know that's it.
So at the end of the day, it's really all about teamwork, no matter what. So let's have predictions for who's actually going to win. Since we're already at the semis, it's going to be Uruguay versus Netherlands. It's going to be Germany versus
Spain,
who I didn't predict to be up against Germany, Spain.
Okay, I would pick Holland to make it all into the finals, because I'm a big conspiracy theories, and I believe the big sponsors must have their brands playing in the finals. So Holland is the only Nike team left, right?
That's interesting.
So Holland to go through.
Good point.
All right, Spain, Germany. My heart says Germany because they deserve it. They've been playing swashbuckling football, great system, exciting football. Pound for pound, the Spanish have better players. But coming back to my original conspiracy theories, Adidas is a German company. So
Yes.
Germany versus Holland, Nike versus Adidas.
Nice. You?
I think it will be Holland and Germany in the final.
And who do you think is going to win?
I should like to see Germany win. Plainly because of the way they've contributed to this World Cup. They made a decent team effort to light up the World Cup. And then I remember when they lost in the semi-finals 4 years ago, I told myself, 4 years from now, they're going to be something. But of course, I disregarded my own words. Euro 08, they reached the final, but you already saw the evolution of the team. Now you're looking at, really, maybe it become good. Again, I have this niggling feeling that, is this World Cup about history? If it's about history, then maybe Holland could do something for the first time.
Righting the wrongs of history.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I've stopped making predictions for this World Cup.
Not betting anything,
No, I don't bet on football. It's not worth it. I wanted Brazil for sentimental reasons. Now they are. I can't be bothered. As you said, I don't think anyone would have predicted this. I want Germany to win because they've stuck true to their principles. They've lit up the World Cup. They've gotten better. I just hope they don't go before their time.
Holland, Germany final, Holland to win it.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder why.
I don't know. The color, I don't know. For me, well, I'm hoping Germany will win because, honey, if you're winning a lot of money on it, you know what to get. Thank you. Over and out. See ya. Bye.